and welcome back to my channel, and if you are new then a big huge welcome to you. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a show and tell, but also a little bit of a review, and this is something that has come up at the last minute because I found it in the middle of nowhere. I was just about to sit down and do another topic to film when suddenly I checked my iPhone and a notification came up, and if you have an iPhone then you'll probably know what app that I'm going to be referring to, and that app is called the relaxation app. Normally I don't look at notifications on my relaxation app, but when I looked at the title I thought, ooh, this could be very interesting. I wonder what it's about. I was just about to read it before I was going to film, but then I suddenly thought, why not just sit down and read it for the first time in front of you guys. So this is what we're going to be doing today. The article focuses on 3 types of autistic friendly theme parks or amusement parks in the United States of America. This is going to be a very interesting one to film because from all I know, apart from the UK, America has like different ideas about how they see people on the autistic spectrum, but I have never actually seen or read an article about amusement parks, and I won't go into too much detail on it because I know I don't want to rabble on too much, so I'm going to get down to the article. And I have looked at the length of the article, but it's not a very long one, and I think it just covers around 2 to 3 pages. The article I'm going to be reading to you today is called Travel Tip: Special Amusement Parks for Special Needs Kids. This article wasn't written by a person because it doesn't really say who the name was, but the article I found it from, which is connected to the relaxation app, is called petergreenberg.com, and this was posted around September 5th, and according to my date, which on the date I'm recording is the 5th, so this was just uploaded today. If you want to read an article during or after this video, I will leave a link in the description box below. We all have our favourite amusement parks, but for nearly 3 million families in the United States, raising kids with a disability, finding one suitable that offers a fully inclusive experience for their children is a real challenge. But now there are a number of special amusement parks dedicated to those special needs kids. Yeah, I'm going to probably pause there for the article for a second, because when I read these type of things, I don't like the words special needs kids. I really don't like these words at all because I always find them very excluding. Let's just put it that way. I have another word to say about it, but I don't really want to say it on social line in case I can get into a lot of trouble. But other people may have different opinions on these 2 words, so I'm actually not going to get into an argument with this. Oh right, rather than giving a more introduction and explanation, the article just dives right into one amusement park straight away. Morgan's Wonderland in San Antonio, Texas was created by the father of a disabled girl, Morgan. At Morgan's Wonderland, all rides are fully accessible and sensory friendly. The park also includes wheelchair accessible water slides. Oh, that's really interesting. And talk about inclusion, the admission is free for all people with special needs. The park is a non-profit and runs on donations. This is really interesting. I've never heard of a theme park like this before. So the way they include it is really good. And we don't have anything like this in the UK, especially when it comes to main theme park attractions like Thorpe Park and Chessington World of Adventures. For special needs families in the UK, when they pay to get into attractions, they have to pay under the concessions area. So rather than having to pay under adults and children and under 3s, it's always the concessions. So it's about the same range as people over the age of 60. But Morgan's Wonderland, that's a really interesting theme park, and I love the idea of how it's run, and it makes me think I wish there were more parks like this. But it's really good that an amusement park relies on donations, and it's very unique, and this actually stops right there because it goes on to another theme park. Sesame Place in Philadelphia is not just a theme park, but also a certificate autism centre and the first amusement park of its kind. The park offers noise cancelling headphones, quiet relaxation rooms, and sensory guides that evaluate the sensory intensity of each ride. In addition, all the staff members are certified to work with special needs children. And I know I pronounced certified wrong, and I really get words wrong and mixed up. Thomasland at Edaville Family Theme Park in South Carver, Massachusetts is another place that takes extra care of its special autistic guests. There, the visitors can ride a quiet car on the Thomas train ride that also has special toys for kids to help them relax. And while waiting in line, the kids are offered anti-stress and fidget toys as well as weighted blankets. Weighted blankets? That's really interesting. I know it's a little bit of a mouthful for me to say, but I've never ever experienced weighted blankets before, and if you know someone who has seen one of those already and you probably have experienced them or not, let me know in the comment section down below. And just as important, the park is also equipped with sensory friendly bathrooms. Ooh, that's really interesting. And that's it really, that's the article. It doesn't really give much of a conclusion or much of a little bit of a middle, because when I read articles, everything has to have a beginning, a middle and an end. But for me, that article has a beginning and an end, but it doesn't really have a middle. But I cannot really complain about that really, because every article is different. And from what I could see, the article was actually written to reach out to people on the autistic spectrum. So if people on the autistic spectrum have difficulty with long stories and articles and words that are difficult to pronounce, then these type of articles can actually make things a little bit shorter, which I think is another positive. My conclusion to this is very interesting. I've never heard of theme parks that are autistic friendly in the UK. Most UK parks are very inclusive to all people, but most of them, from what I see, have a lack of being autistic friendly. And this article has taught me that there is more to theme parks than you actually think they are. And I think that including all of these things is fantastic. And these three amusement parks are so dedicated to be very inclusive to their guests on the autistic spectrum. And I think that's a really brilliant achievement, and I give them a huge high five to that. And I think that's it really. I've covered everything, so I'm going to be drawing this video to a close, and I really hoped you enjoyed this little bit of a video, but I'm really sorry if I pronounced some things wrong. I'm not really good at pronouncing things. I'm such a donut really. Thank you so much for coming today. I really do appreciate it as always. And until then, have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and as always, keep on dreaming and never stop believing. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.